All systems go. Clear for liftoff. What is going on, Ship It Nation YouTube station? We are back with another edition of the NBA show. It's your boy Ham. It's your boy Matt. Who's Matt? They were saying on Tuesday, Matt, but you're here. It's Friday. It's day 2 of March Madness. I was a little disappointed. Right? Rio, who is going to win? He didn't even pick a team. Surely I know you pick a team.
Yeah.
But I bet on my hometown Tennessee State Tigers. They're only down 26 with like 3 to go. That's an L I'm going to eat. And so before I officially pass it over to you, who you got cutting the Nets down this year?
I definitely have a pick, and I wasn't shocked that Rio wasn't a college hoops head. Like, I feel like less people are now than used to be. Another buddy of mine who's a big sports fan doesn't like college basketball either. So yeah, I certainly enjoy it. For a lot of the year, I had Michigan as the best team, like pretty clearly. But towards the end of the season, my stance changed. And I think Michigan's really good. I think they're right below Florida, who I think is the best team, who I have winning it all. I have a Michigan-Florida title game, and I think Florida is going to win.
Florida would be back-to-back, just like they did in, when was that? Whenever Corey Brewer and Al Horford and all those boys.
They beat Ohio State that time, so now hopefully they can get Michigan.
I was there in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the Georgia Dome. I was there. Greg Oden, Mike Conley. Yep. I remember that now that you say that. That's the only national championship game I've ever been to. You know who I've got? I got your boy Rick Pitino, Sticky Rick, and the St. John's.
And I love St. John's this year. I got them going to the Final Four, like in the one bracket I did. And
I needed Siena. I needed Siena last night to pull the upset on the Duke.
Yeah, same.
Duke bracket. Yeah. But yeah, I like Rick Pitino. Reminds me of '96 when he had Ron Mercer. For all those folks out there that remember Ron Mercer, Tony Delk, Derek Anderson, Walter McCarty, Mark Pope, Kentucky coach. Now they were fun to watch back then. Won it.
Cavs legend Derek Anderson.
Yeah, Derek Anderson was a bad man. But yeah, that's good stuff. Kentucky had a heck of a game today. But this is an NBA show. We're going to get right into it. We got our guy Michael in the house, Rodney, Mighty, Wins a Lot, Parabay, Tank, Marquis, our guy Jordan, Ricky, Brittany's in here, Luis is in here. There's Jordan again. Jake's in here as always. Hold on. Is Newen saying I'm too old? I can't read it fast enough. He's probably saying I'm too old. In the chat, we certainly appreciate. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a ton over here. We got 5 games tonight in the NBA. One thing to note, I'll call it a 30-minute late start, if you will. First game is going to tip at 7:30. They do that from time to time, but it is a 7:30 p.m. tip. It is only 5 games. It is, I'll call it the back half, maybe even the back third of the NBA season. Matt, we were talking about a little bit of pre-show, just the shitballs you have to roster this day and age with all these injuries. Giannis, wanting to be shut down. He doesn't want to be it, but any opening remarks before we get going?
Not really. I mean, I feel like everyone who's watching this show knows what it is at this point in the NBA season. It's a grind. Certainly guys out, teams tanking. So you know what you're signing up for on a night-to-night basis. There's still money to be made and edges to be had. Prize on that note, though, prize pools are small, though. Definitely because of March Madness and also the Fantasy Basketball World Championship this weekend. But don't love seeing it on a Friday night. Contest. Do not like it.
Yeah, and my God, how do you not know who Ron Mercer is? Agent 8, Antoine Walker. Surely you've heard of Antoine Walker.
Man, Antoine Walker, one of my top 5 favorite NBA players growing up as a kid. Top 3. So, I had figurines and stuff of different athletes, and he was one I had a bunch of. I just loved him.
Agent 8 made $100 million in his NBA career and has no money to show for it. So for the Celtics, but man, What else was I going to say? Oh, he's heard of Antoine Walker. That's good.
Well,
I
he won
lost
a
my
title
train of
with
thought
the
of
Heat.
what I was going to say. Let's get right into it. 5 games. What was I going to say? It's going to bug me, but we got the Knicks. We got the Nets in this contest. You see it there, 17.5-point spread in this one. No Michael Porter Jr., no Josh Hart, no Noah Clowney. You got a questionable Cat, Karl Anthony Towns. Jose Alvarado was balling the other night in his start with no Jalen Brunson. But talk to me a little bit about this game. You got the Knicks taking on the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, so I think we can just Brooklyn is not a team I'm going to be interested in at all here, really. Just other really good spots on this slate. I'm not going to waste roster spots on Brooklyn. So for me, they're not a team I'm getting to. From the Knicks side, I expect Towns to be out, midday downgrade, personal reasons. So Mitchell Robinson would be coming like an insta play for me. 4,300 should smash in this spot. You know, will start way too cheap for his role if Towns is out. So he's a guy I think you just play and move on. Landry Shamet, I'm way less excited about. He's cheap, but I don't know. I hate playing him into ownership. He stinks. Like, I get it. 3,600. Good spot. Should play a bunch of minutes, but he's just never a guy I want to play. So I think he's going to be a guy like Optimizer's feed, but man, I don't know if I want to waste a roster spot on him though, because I feel like you need really good scores from every position. I'm obviously talking this out as we do the show. So he stands out as a good value play. Will likely start 3,600, good spot. I get it. Just far, far from excited about it.
Yeah.
After that, go ahead.
I was just, just quick game log watching. He hasn't gotten above 20 in about a month and a half. Not to say he probably hasn't started many games in there, but yeah, I like you said, he's 3,600.
He started a few.
Huh?
He started a few. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. But yeah, he's a tough click, especially when you got Mitch Rob there, who started last Friday night and I think had like a double-double with like 20-plus rebounds.
I think Mitch Rob is in play even if Towns is in here.
Okay.
He's smashed. He's going to smash this spot. He's cheap. I mean,
yeah. I mean, Newens puts I mean, can Shamet get you 25 to 30? I would agree with Newens, which you don't get every day. But man, I don't like Shamet, so I'm with you there. I think I actually cut you off, so my bad. Keep going.
No, you're good, and I think you need that. Like, even though he's going to project like 20 is a good score at his price point, like I think you need more than that. So talking it out, he's not a guy I really want to play. Mitch Rob, especially if Towns is out, and I expect Towns to be out, definitely interested in. I think
he's
that
right? If Towns is out.
Yeah, if Towns is out, just locking him in and moving on.
Yeah.
I think guys like OG, Mikal Bridges, man, talk about stinks. Like, man, he just I don't know.
Who's that guy you always like to play? Not Will Riley. I know that's a Rio guy who smashed the other night, by the way.
Yeah. My guy you're probably thinking of is Isaiah Collier.
No, I forget who it was. It was somebody that you were loving and I was hating. But
Slate?
It might have been Isaiah Collier. I don't know, but I think he smashed that one day too.
No, I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember.
It was not Keon.
I thought you were crazy last week, though. I watched one of your shows where you had someone over Jose Alvarado.
Oh, it was terrible. No, that was I got smashed in that. Oh, it was Mitchell, AJ Mitchell.
Yes, who was actually pretty decent, but Alvarado was amazing at halftime. So, yeah.
I looked it up halfway through the second quarter. He had like 12, 4, and 7 or something.
He had like 30-some fantasy points at halftime. I mean, in a blowout type, he's kind of interesting with Hart out. I mean, he's 4,500 now, though, and Brunson in, so hard to get there. Guys like OG, and I mentioned Bridges, more OG, I think are in play in tournaments. Like with Towns out, I think you're going to see their projections and ownership rise, especially Anunoby. Probably Bridges also. Only 4,700 here for Bridges. Yeah, I mean, you got Hart and Towns out in a really good spot. I think we're going to want exposure to the Knicks. I'm probably downplaying both OG and Bridges, honestly, because with Cat out, you're going to see ownership rise for both those guys. Clearly, Mitrob and Brunson. So New York is going to be a mainstay on this slate. Now, there are other good spots. Minnesota missing Ant still, and their prices have been raised, but not high enough. So they look really good. Detroit missing Cade and maybe Duren. So it's not like you have to load up on the Knicks, but we've seen it a few times where the Knicks have a couple guys out and they end up having like 3-4 other guys optimal because they run a pretty short rotation and you know who's going to get there. So I like the Knicks here, especially if Towns is out. I mean, if Towns is out, I think they look like one of the best teams on the slate.
Yeah, excellent stuff there. And nothing, definitely no Nets. I mean, I know you said no, but just want to reconfirm. I mean, they're missing several of their key guys, if you will, Clowney and MPJ. I can't do it. Doesn't sound like you can either.
No, I see like Zaire Williams projecting okay, small forward. Man, sure, I get it, but
don't do it.
Nah.
Yeah, they're going to get blown out. Let's move on to the next game. Bridges is 57. I think you might have said 47, or I heard you incorrectly, but 57 for Bridges is he does stink. Yeah. Next up on the slate is the Warriors. Still no Steph. Still no Cade Cunningham. And I hated to see that news the other day. Did he get hit, or I don't know what happened to him, but Cade's going to be out for quite some time. No Steph. You said Duren is questionable. I think he cut up last night against Washington. No Moses Moody. No Al Horford. But, yeah, talk to me a little bit about this game. You got Golden State at Detroit. I'm going to walk away for about 5 seconds, Matt. I'll be right back. But go ahead.
Yeah, so big question marks on the Detroit side. We know Cade is out, obviously, but Duren questionable here, back-to-back, coming off a win against Washington last night. If Duren's in, I mean, he looks good here. With Cade out, he's too cheap. He takes on much more of an offensive role. I mean, he just looks good at this spot. It's not the Wizard spot, but he's still going to be wildly in play, 8,700. I like Duren here. Not nearly the priority he's been on the last two slates against Washington on how those slates have broken down, but he looks good. Dennis Jenkins, big letdown last night. He was 5K, now he's 50. What'd you say?
I played some Marcus Sasser talking about disappointing.
Yeah, he wasn't good either, but Jenkins was a big letdown. He took 16 shots though. So again, Cade out. Yeah, very encouraging. He was shot 3 of 16, which stinks, but I mean, any guy, and like Duren questionable too. If Duren happens to be out, I like him more, but even with Duren in, I think you go right back to Jenkins. He's getting a lot of ownership, which gives me some pause, but I think like from a projection standpoint, he looks like the best points per dollar play on the slate, at least as of right now, or one of the top, even if not the very best. So yeah, Duren and Jenkins. If you get Duren out, you know, Paul Reed starting at center here, because Isaiah Stewart's out. Like if Duren's out, I think, man, you get Reed and Mitrob. Would you get Reed and Mitrob?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, if Towns is out and Duren is out, yeah, that's a no-brainer, is it not?
Yeah, it is. But it takes away guys like Alperen Sengun, who's projected to get some love. Rudy Gobert, who's been amazing with Ant out recently. Clinging.
You don't hear that every day. Rudy Gobert has been amazing.
He has been from a fantasy perspective.
I know he has. I'm not questioning it.
I rarely play him, and again, I probably won't tonight because of the other options. But he's in play for sure. But yeah, I mean,
think about it. You could jam basically anybody you want if you have your center position got what 43 and 4,200. You got two dudes that are going to get 30 plus. I mean, are you really missing Sengun? Huh?
And I think both of them have upside for way more, is why I just play them to that point. Like I was kind of just trying to find a way not to play them, but I think you just play them both if Duren and Towns are out.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just looking that we have former Tennessee great Chaz Lanier in there, scheduled to play 10 minutes, which he hasn't played much this year. He's been in the G League, huh?
I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm not saying play him. He just went to Tennessee, so I haven't seen his name in there all year. I felt like so.
The guy that would become in play is Mississippi State legend Tolu Smith.
Who?
Dern is out. Tolu, he was really good in a spot like this earlier in the year. Someone mentioned him in the Discord way earlier on in the year. He smashed. So, yeah, man. If you get Dern out, because Isaiah Stewart is out, so then it's Reed and Tolu. Tolu Smith.
I'm going to have to go out on a limb and say, don't play Tolu Smith.
No, you can't say that. You don't even know who it is. So how are you going to say that?
Why not just play Paul Reed for 1,200 more?
You do play Paul Reed for 1,200 more, but if you're playing 150, spots like that are a way to get different. Where like he's in the same exact spot as Paul Reed. What happens when Reed gets into insta foul trouble or the game blows out? I'm with you. If you're playing 1 lineup, 3 lineups, 5 lineups, 10 lineups, you just play Paul Reed. If you're playing like 150, though, you got to get different in some of those lineups, and I think he's a good guy to get different with there.
All right, hey, listen, I take your advice. So if you're playing 150, Tolu Smith. And this guy, Jack's not a fan. Jack's saying play Tolu. He's playing Tolu. Never heard of Tolu, 3K. But hey, listen to Matt. I just said that he's got the answers for $150. I'm not playing Tolu Smith, man. I'll tell you that right now. So that's just me. What about on the Warriors side? We haven't mentioned any of those guys.
You're definitely like making me want to play a little bit of Tolu tonight, so I can just rub it in when he nukes.
So just come windmilling on my ass.
Dude, he's a guy that can get he's a guy that picks up fantasy stats quickly. Like he's productive. He's a typical big man.
Tolu Smith is productive.
Yeah, bro. Yes. He's just a prototypical big man. He's not like some special dude, but like he was good in college and productive in college, and he's been productive when given the opportunity in the pro level, but that's neither here nor there. Moving on, right. Golden State. Not really. I don't think there's much here. Just the problem is with Golden State, there's just so many good spots tonight. Gary Payton playing good ball, the always coveted shooting guard and small forward eligibility. He's getting up there in price, though, and he just never plays a ton of minutes. So I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Gary Payton would be my favorite piece of Golden State. Draymond going back to Michigan, going back to Detroit.
Homecoming for Draymond. He wants to play though.
Yeah, I mean, been there, done that, though. I don't think this is anything special for him going back to Michigan tonight, but always get a little pep in your step when you're going back to your old stomping grounds for sure. So he's priced right. He's not a bad play at his $5,500 price tag. So if you want to give him a boost because of that, do your thing. I probably won't play him, but that's just me. Yeah, it's mainly Detroit for me here. And even other guys from Detroit, like if you get Dern out, Asar Thompson, Tobias Harris, like those guys start to become in play. Detroit looks like the Knicks here.
Yeah. Didn't Podziemski go to Santa Clara, or am I thinking of somebody else?
Yeah, pretty sure he did.
Yeah, this is my boy. See, this is my thing with Tolu Smith. Greg Oden was productive in college.
So what does that have to do with anything? If Greg Oden was 3K on a slate in the NBA, I would play his ass too. What's your point? I would play him right now. I would play him right now at 3K. So what's the point? Greg Oden was productive, and I don't even understand what the point is.
Because you said Tolu Smith is productive in college.
Yeah, he's 3K. And if he gets
so we're
minutes,
playing him because he's 3K. I get that. I get that.
And that's all it is.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. I can get on board with that. It's just a tough click. Oh man, this is funny. Matt Sharp, I agree. Matt's the man. That's why he's here. That's why he's teaching me how to do it. Tolu Smith, he's gonna windmill it in on my ass about 9:30 Central once he ships 100K. If there's even 100K, I don't even think there is 100K in there tonight. But that's some good stuff. No Podziemski for you. Former Santa Clara great. I think he went there. Jordan's saying I'm in front of the internet right now. I could look all this stuff up, but we're going to move to the next game. We got the Hawks. Hawks looking good, taking on Houston, and who came off, was it back-to-back losses to the Lakers? Did they lose back-to-back to the Lakers? Another loss.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Back-to-back to Lakers. What about your boy? What about your boy, 41-year-old LeBron James, the king, going for a triple-double on the second night of a back-to-back? That's pretty impressive. And some guy put up 60 points as well. That was pretty cool to see. But the Hawks.
I've always talked real quick. I've always talked about LeBron is a rare beast in many ways, but in one way specific, he has always been amazing on the second half of back-to-backs. Like as good, if not better, on the second half of back-to-backs than the first half. If you check his numbers, which is just insane. Just had to throw that in.
Yeah. What about Porzingis? Jose wants to know. We didn't touch on him, so I'm assuming you're staying away.
Yeah, actually, he's getting love. He obviously had that monster game against Washington.
Everybody.
All of a sudden, the spot gets easier without Duren. Like he's getting ownership, so I don't hate it. I think there's better plays on the slate, but I don't think he's like a bad play. Is how I'd put it. Yeah, I kind of dismissed him. Him and Peyton, I guess, would be the two top plays from like a projection standpoint at Golden State.
When you say there's better plays at center than Kristaps Porzingis, are you referring to Tolu Smith?
Oh, man. Well, first off, he's a power forward. He's a power forward. This reminds – I can't believe we're still on that. Like, man. It reminds me of –
I'll drop it. Listen, I get it. I'm just giving you a hard time. He's 3K.
Especially – here's the thing. You're going to mention Chaz Lanier and then give me shit about Tolu Smith. I mean, that's just wrong. Just wrong.
Oh, man. I was mentioning Chaz because he was on the sheet and he went to Tennessee. This is good stuff. This is going off the rails. This is fun time. But Hawks at the Rockets. I don't even know where we are. Take this one away, Matt. The Hawks been looking good, real good. CJ McCollum has been pretty much balling. But talk to me about this one. Hawks at the Rockets.
Yeah. So at the bottom of the East, like the play-in teams look good right now. They're scary. Charlotte, Atlanta playing good ball right now. I like this game from a DFS perspective. I think Houston has more in play than Atlanta because it's just always hard to pick on Houston. They play slow. They're good defensively. So it's a better spot for Houston than it is for Atlanta. Atlanta, Jalen Johnson always in play. I mean, upside for days in any spot. But this isn't like an on-paper nuke spot for him. So, like, not sure I want to get there from a salary perspective. From Houston, though, Amen Thompson, Şengün, KD, probably in that order. Şengün might be really tough to get to, though, because of the center situation we talked about. So I think Amen Thompson looks like a really good play. All in all, I don't think you have to roster anything from this game. But I also can make a case for rostering a bunch from this game, like rostering a couple Houston pieces, Jalen Johnson or Dyson Daniels, CJ McCollum. Like if you don't want to get up to Jalen Johnson, I get that.
What if you like
fringe plays? You could. Like on paper, I think there's more fringe plays than anything in this game, but sometimes those plays are the best plays on the slate and they're not going to get owned. So I wouldn't hate taking a stance on this game either way, kind of leaning into it hard or just getting away from it.
Yeah, Gang Green says Tari Easton is too cheap. I know me and you have had this discussion. I'm pro Colin Boer. You want to let the people know what you are?
Who? I'm not sure who or what. Who?
What's on the screen?
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's tough. I mean,
you had to roll your neck.
So, anyways, yeah, Eason is really cheap, but he's just not been great. It's just about using a roster spot on Eason. Yeah, man. As far as the GOAT conversation goes, those two are the top two. I don't know, man.
LeBron's impressive. Hey, listen, LeBron's
MJ,
impressive.
I grew up like with MJ, like going to games where like when the Bulls were in town, it was like something you never seen before. Like going to games where MJ played, like when I was growing up, and he changed the game in ways that no other player ever could. I'm obviously a huge LeBron guy. He grew up around me, same age as me, so saw him play in high school. Those guys are the 1-2. I don't fault anyone that has MJ over Bron, but I hate the people that just like shit on Bron for no reason because he's just never really done anything for people to get on him about, but people love to hate. So that's how I stand on it.
Yeah, no, they're the two GOATs for sure, in my opinion as well. Let's move on to the next game. We got 2 games left. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe. We appreciate you coming in to listen to Matt's expertise and for me to get a few laughs out on a Friday afternoon. It's been a great week. About to wrap it up. But we got the Celtics taking on the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies, hey, they got them a dub the other night, beat the Joker, beat the Nuggets. They're 15.5-point favorites. I'll say the Celtics are fully healthy. They have Jason Tatum. They have Jaylen Brown, I think, scheduled to play tonight along with Derek White and the rest of the crew. But talk to me a little bit about this game. Anybody that you like on Boston, even with this big spread going into Memphis to take on the Grizzlies?
Yeah, Tatum's priced right still. Like big spread, but Tatum should smash here. I mean, Memphis just doesn't have the horses to stop him. So 8,500 for Tatum. I think he's a solid cog type. Like, I don't think you're going to get massive upside because he's not going to play an insane amount of minutes, but you should get around 30 here. Great spot. He'll probably get there. They'll probably get him his 30 minutes regardless of the blowout. So in a way, you almost feel not good about his minutes, cap, but like, I think he's going to get his 30 regardless. So I like Tatum the most here, kind of by a good amount. Peyton Pritchard in play, 6,100. I mean, this is a good spot for Boston. So I think you could definitely make a case for getting a bunch of exposure here. Jaylen Brown is expensive, but prices come down. He's been good. I lean Tatum, but you're going to get more minutes out of Brown. Probably. I mean, I think he's a guy.
What about them together?
I don't know. Hard for me to get to them together and allocate that much salary on this slate with like Minnesota coming up. I guess like just from like a pure raw point standpoint, if we get like Reed and Mitch Robb starting and we play both those guys, like, I don't know though. Cause like, yeah, I mean, I'm again just talking about this out loud. Like maybe you run it back with a Ty Jerome because he's been really good. Like again, another guy you're just not going to get massive minute or not massive. You're not going to get many minutes from, but continues to smash. So you're going to have salary to spend. I'm talking about Ty Jerome here. I'm just talking about if I play JB and Tatum, I kind of want someone from Memphis to play with them. I guess though, like from the devil's advocate side of that, like you're just playing Brown and Tatum for raw points. Like, because if you get Mitch Robb and Reed, you're going to have a lot of money to spend. So I don't love it. I probably won't do it, but I wouldn't make a rule to not do it in like multi-entry stuff.
Yeah, Ty Jerome, they just refuse to play him more than 25 minutes, and all the dude just goes out there and does is just hoop. He has been injured. They're obviously just playing out the string. And none of these guys project for – yeah, look at those minutes. They got 9 guys projected all for less than 25 minutes or less. It's just tough. They have to pop. But, yeah, excellent stuff there on that breakdown. We got 1 game left. You talked about the Timberwolves. Ant is out. I think I saw the other day he's out for a week or so, taking on the Trailblazers. No Ant. Julius Randle has been very good in his absence. Rudy Gobert, as you alluded to, he's up to 7,200, has been good. That's really it. That's out from what I'm seeing. Naz Reid is questionable. And then on the other side, Shadon Sharp is out for the Trailblazers. Once again, he's been out for a little over a month. But Talk to me a little bit about this game. You got Denny, who's back playing a little bit, but you got it's a close spread. I was surprised to see it as this close, even with Ant out, but Trailblazers at the T-Wolves, Matt.
Yeah, this is definitely the game to get like a ton of exposure to, in my opinion. This is where if I play Reed and not Reed, if I play Reed, Paul Reed, not Naz Reed, Paul Reed and Mitch Rob, I think you just load up on the expensive guys from this game. Denny, Julius Randle, both those guys look really, really good at the forward spots. I mean, Randle is just not – he's just too cheap for Ant to be out. I'm surprised DK didn't raise his price more. He's like $100 more than he was last slate. So, Randle, I'm going to just keep playing him here. Denny, coming off a really good game. Right when I talked about how he hadn't shown upside in forever, he shows massive upside. So, yeah, I get it. It was against the Pacers, though. So, I'm a little bit more hesitant than the field, I think, on Denny. I like the Wolves more than I like the Blazers here. They're playing good ball with Ant out. Guys are priced up, but not where they should be. So Randall, Bones Highland, Dosunmu still, even though he's 6,200, I like him coming off a monster game. I want Minnesota exposure. I've been playing them a lot. I'll keep doing it tonight. I like those three. Dosunmu, Bones, Randall, Naz Reed looks good here. I mentioned Gobert earlier. If we don't get Paul Reed and Mitch Rob, like if Towns or Duren or both are in, I think Gobert then looks a lot better and one of the best center plays on the slate. Jaden McDaniels, small forward eligible. I'm in on the Wolves here. From the Blazers, it's Denny. Man, I don't love this spot from Klingon, and talk about FOMO. I talk a lot on the show about how I like Klingon. I like Klingon a lot. He came in under 1% in like the 555, and I did not play him, and he threw up like a 60 ball. So I got big FOMO there. I don't know if I can go back to him here in a much tougher spot. Scoot Henderson, 4,800. He's a little bit interesting to me. I don't really want to spend on the Portland guys. Drew is too hard to get to now with Denny back and playing his full role. Robert Williams would be in play if we don't get the Knicks and Pistons cheap centers to play. So yeah, all in all, I like this game a lot, but specifically from the Wolves side.
Yeah, the McDaniels, Rio said something about McDaniels the other day on Tuesday, and he went out and had like 40 points. One of our members took down a contest with him. So, yeah, we both like McDaniels. Dosunmu, even though he took a $1,200 price bump, it's probably worth it because there is no Ant. He was very efficient in his last game against the Jazz, who obviously aren't very good. But, yeah, I'm trying to look and see if there's anybody else in this game. So, how many players in this game is too many? Like, are you okay with doing like 3 Wolves and 1 Blazer? Would you want 2 Blazers if you had 3 Wolves? What were you thinking if you had to like overstack this game?
I could play like 4 Wolves and no Blazers, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not ideal, and if you're doing that, you probably want Denny, but I don't think you have to. I like the Wolves side a lot more. I do think Denny looks good at his price tag and projects well. It's just an ownership thing there. I don't think there's anyone else from the Wolves that is really going to get a lot of ownership, even in a game that's projected to be highly owned. I'm not forcing guys like Drew Holiday, Kamara, guys like that. The only thing I'll say is if I were playing 150, I'd get exposure to all those guys because I like this game. But in like 3 lineups, like limited lineups tonight, I'm not sure if I get to anyone else from Portland outside of Denny. Maybe Robert Williams, depending on how the center spot, breaks out in New York and Detroit. But I could end up playing, 3 Wolves. Maybe I got a little overzealous saying 4, but I'm cool playing 3 Wolves without a Blazer. So anything more than that, like 4 Wolves, 1 Blazer, 3 and 1, 2 and 1, I'm good with any of that.
What about if Naz Reid is listed as questionable? What if he were to miss? Like who gets the biggest bump there? Does Randall get even more minutes, or do they have someone else on the bench that would take his minutes?
Yeah, Kyle Anderson would probably get a big bump then. So Kyle Anderson, along with just a bump to Gobert, Randall, and everyone else, because Naz Reid is a guy that's good offensively. So everyone else is going to have to pick up a little bit of his slack. I like everyone a little bit more with him out. Kyle Anderson, I think, is the guy that goes from not really playable to definitely playable with him out.
What about Bones Highland versus Gary Payton Jr.?
Easy Bones for me. I mean, not even. I mean, I'm playing Bones over GP over the mitten all day.
The mitten. I like that. Marquee Sports wanted to know that. And then we had a question. Do you have any bets for the people? The people want bets, Matt. This isn't a betting show. We don't condone betting unless it's legal. But any bets that you like tonight from a player prop perspective?
No,
I haven't looked, so I don't have one.
No, I'm not a huge props better anyways. The only bets I have are a little bit of NCAA tournament stuff, but nothing.
I took DSU.
Nothing
They're
NBA-wise.
losing by 40, so yeah. So you don't want my bets.
Yeah, I am on Hofstra right now, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh, so we're aligned there. I got Hofstra as well. So good stuff, Matt. You know, it's my favorite part of the show. I got to make it difficult for you. Who scores the most points tonight? So who scores the most points and who's the best play, let's say between $6,000 and $7,000?
The best play between $6,000 and $7,000. All right, let me pull up that
I'm try
range.
to find one too, or my favorite.
All right, give me a second, just because I got to get there. Oh yeah, another guy right at the bottom of that range we didn't mention, Dante DiVincenzo, also in play. Man, that's a tough range. Like, why that range? Like,
do you want to go 6 to 8?
Let me see. 6 to 8. Oh God, no, that's funny. I guess I just don't love this whole like that 6 to 8.
Well, I don't either. That's no one's gonna like it. So we got.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I guess the guy's easy for me, but it's hard to like love him with the price increase. But give me Dosunmu, 6,200, lower end of that range, not getting a ton of love because of the price jump, and I think we saw a massive game from him with Chicago a lot, so I think he's got it in him. Like, I'm not that concerned about the price increase. Give me Dosunmu here.
Dosunmu. All right. I thought for sure you were going to say OG Anunoby at 6,900. I'm going to stay in that same game.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
I like him and Jaden McDaniels. I like both of those guys.
Yeah, probably a better range than I was giving it credit for when you consider Towns is likely out because you've got OG in there. So yeah.
And who leads the slate in scoring tonight?
Man, only one player above 10K tonight, and he kind of projects widely more than everyone else. So
yeah, that's
got to be Jalen Johnson. Like I
could walk a double. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, after that though, like that's kind of the reason you asked about could rostering Tatum and Brown together. I think, yeah. I mean, there's. Even if Boston blows out Memphis here, it's not crazy to think that Tatum and Brown are like the third and fourth highest scoring overall players on the slate. Like Jalen Johnson's not in a good spot. Brunson blowout, like I don't know. I could see it. I'm just thinking about that question since you asked it. And I think this is a weird slate where you could play both of them together.
This is a good question too. We're not going to really touch on it much. It's a FanDuel question. 13K Joker, 4.7 Mitch Robb, or 4.2 Paul Reed. They're all center only. There's no flex over there. I mean, without knowing much of the context of the slate, who would you take there, Matt?
I'm not even sure. Who does Denver play tonight?
Denver plays
Toronto.
The Raptors.
It's not going to be Jokic. I mean, I don't think you can pass up the value. I think it's got to be Reed at the
4-2. That's dirt cheap over there. I mean, it's assuming Duran's out, right? So, assuming Duran's out, I'd probably agree with you. I mean, he's going to get 30 minimum.
I think it's Reed
At 4-2.
God, we got guys still talking about Tolu Smith in the chat. See what you've done. I hate it here.
Well, that was going to be my last question. What's the?
I knew it was.
What's the over under on Tolu Smith tonight?
I mean, what's the real? Like, what are you asking?
Well,
like,
I mean, just like if I said Tolu Smith's going to score 11.5 fantasy points, you taking the over or the under?
I'm taking the over. If Duran's out, like if Duran's in, I'm taking the way under.
Right. Assuming Duran's out, Tolu Smith.
Like, what do you think? Just because you've never heard of him, he stinks, and he's not going to play. No. Like,
I want to clarify. He's 3,000, so he's a perfectly fine play. I just think it's
you got
funny.
Guys on your side on this too, man. He's been mentioned in the Discord too. I need some people to back me up on Tolu Smith. I can't wait for him to.
Newens is left. Newens is the only one that's going to back you up on this.
No, we got other guys.
All right.
He had a 37. Like, I mean, he's dropped 37 fantasy points this season. Yes.
When? I'm not seeing that. Not that means anything.
What do you mean you're not seeing that? Like, you didn't see the game live? Like,
I do know one thing about Tolu Smith is he was productive in college.
On January 10th against the Clippers. He had 37 fantasy points in against the Clippers on the 10th of January. He had 9 points, 14 boards, 1 assist, 4 blocks, and a steal. Boom. Against the Bulls in November, he had 20 fantasy points in 16 minutes. In his first NBA action, 6 minutes, 17.5 fantasy points against my Cavs in a blowout. So, like, he's their third string center, or like kind of their fourth string if Isaiah Stewart were in, but he's out too. Like, I mean, I'm telling you,
okay, listen,
yeah.
Hey, I stand.
I'll say this: if Towns is in, I think you can play Reed and Tolu Smith together.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
If Towns is in, let's see. Can you do this? Reed. No, I was going to see if you could play Reed, Tolu, and Paul, and you can't because they're all center only.
Wait, Reed, Tolu, and what?
Mitch Robb. They're all center only though.
Oh, yeah.
What about Chaz Lanier?
Never. He's not even a good fantasy producer. Is the thing.
I'm kidding,
Chaz
man.
Lanier.
Do not play Chaz Lanier. I'm trolling right now, as my 13-year-old daughter would say. I'm trolling.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Hey, you got me a believer on Tolu. I'm gonna have one Tolu team. I mean, I just got to do it now.
Watch Duran's gonna play and it's gonna screw us.
If Duran plays, yeah, this whole bit's just gonna be for naught. But man, next Friday's show is gonna be a good one. So I can't wait. Hopefully, I'm in the winner's circle on that one. I'll never let you. And I know the Discord's gonna be popping.
Yeah, man.
With
Tolu, I'm surprised though, because I feel like you know. I'm a little bit taken aback. Like I thought you knew SEC ball. Like he was a monster at Mississippi State last year. He came from, I think, Western Kentucky. He transferred, but man, he was like good. Mississippi State stunk, so it wasn't like they were really good themselves, but he was good. And man, I don't know. Like if Duran's out, because with Stewart out, he's for sure in play.
Well, there you have it. Tolu is 6'11", 250. So that may be onto something. Former Western Kentucky centers Mitch Robb and Tolu tonight. A little Robinson, Tolu, Topper. What can we call that? I need a Tambo's the key.
I don't know. But Newlands is right. Like, yeah, I mean, you're dropping like Kendall Gill, Ron Mercer, but yet you don't even know your own backyard. SEC ball.
Tolu,
So,
man, these kids, they play at too many schools these days.
yeah, you're right. And again, not like Mississippi State is some main draw, but I like him tonight if Duran's out. We'll see.
Speaking of knowing ball in Ohio State, you know who was one of my all-time favorite college players?
Who? Michael Redd.
No, before him.
Oh, Jimmy Jackson.
Jimmy Jackson was so good, man.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Baller.
that guy could fill it up.
Baller.
So good. So fun to watch, too. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, that'll do it for us. Appreciate all of you tuning in. We went off the rails a little bit, but that's okay. 5 games. Do us a favor. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Come join us in the Discord. It's going to be popping tonight with all the Tolu love. Good luck tonight in your contest. For my guy, Matt, I'm Ham. We'll see you next Friday. Just ship it.